Good morning all of you. Today we are going to discuss technical domain test 15 subject control systems. Okay, let us see the first question. So here a unity feedback system is given as g of s is equal to k into 1 minus s divided by s into s plus 3. Indicate the correct root locus diagram. Okay, so here the four options are given, root locus diagrams are given. Okay, you need to find out correct answer here, right? Let us see the solution. Okay, so given that a unity feedback system k into 1 minus s divided by s into s plus 3. Okay, now here given feedback is not mentioned whether it is positive or negative feedback. Okay, so most of the time we need to consider that as a negative feedback. Okay, so what right, see here in this case given unity feedback transfer function is not in the standard form, right? So we need to convert this function as a standard form. Okay, we need to write in terms of standard form, right? Let us see the what is the standard form actually. G of s is equal to, this is a standard transfer function. Okay, k into s plus or minus z1 into s plus or minus z2 so on divided by s to the power of n s plus or minus p1 into s plus or minus p2 so on. Okay, so these are the poles and here the zeros and k is the gain of the system. Okay, now we will see, we will write the this transfer function into the standard form. Okay, let us see the standard form. G of s is equal to minus k s minus 1 divided by s into s plus 3. Okay, now observe here, see the k value. Okay, this particular k value is negative. Okay, so here it is a not direct root locus. Okay, so it is a complementary root locus, but in the question, see here in the question nowhere it is mentioned that it is a complementary root locus. Okay, by the transfer function we need to decide whether we need to take it as direct root locus or complementary root locus. When we will consider complementary root locus, when the system feedback must be positive or the value of k is negative. Okay, in these two cases we need to consider the transfer function. Through the transfer function we need to draw or consider complementary root locus. Okay, so in this case it is a complementary root locus. Okay, so this is a complementary root locus. We will see the differences before going to solve this problem. We will see once differences between direct root locus and complementary root locus. Let us see this. This is direct root locus rules is equal to complementary root locus rule. Okay, both are almost equal except the first one, asymptotes, angle of asymptotes, that is theta a for example is equal to 2q into 180 degrees divided by p minus z, where q is equal to 0, 1 so on p minus z. Okay, see here in the direct root locus we will consider odd number of 180 degrees. Okay, odd number of 180 degrees. Okay, in this case even number into 180 degrees. Okay, so I will write that also. For direct root locus, what we will considering? For direct root locus, the angle of asymptotes is equal to C 2q plus 1 into 180 degrees divided by p minus z, where p q is equal to 0 comma 1 so on p minus z minus 1. Okay, so in this case we are considering odd number, but in this case complementary root locus we are considering even number, multiples of even number. Okay, now second condition we will see. Second condition is root locus branches, root locus branches rules will be changed. Okay, see here. So branches rule will be changed. How it will be? So I will show here very clearly. This is S plane. Okay, this is the real axis. This is imaginary axis, geometry axis. This is S plane. Okay, this is right hand side, RHS of S plane and LHS of S plane. Okay, so this is origin, say minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, so on. Here the plus 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay, so see here, as per given transfer function, what is the transfer function is given? G of s is equal to minus k into s minus 1 divided by s into s plus 3. Okay, so for this one, see here, we will just locate the poles and zeros in this case. Okay, so what are the poles here? P is equal to how many? 2 poles are there, and zeros is equal to only 1. What are that? S is equal to 1 is 0, another one is minus 3 are poles, and Z is equal to plus 1. 1 is the 0 here. Okay, so let us see. So P minus Z branches will terminate at infinity. You know that one. So that is P minus Z branches or root losses or terminate at infinite. So how many that is? P minus Z, that means what? How many? 2 minus 1, which is equal to 1. One branch will be terminate at infinity, which means what? There is a virtual 0 is exist at the point of infinite. Okay, so let us see here, just location of poles and zeros. At the point of 0 there is a pole exist, at the point of minus 3 there is a pole existing, and at the point of plus 1 there is a 0. Okay, now location of poles we know already, right? Now how to find out the root loci? So we will see here both direct root locus as well as complementary root locus. Okay, so see here, I am going with first complementary root locus. Okay, in the above angle of asymptotes also I said that even multiples of 180 degrees. Okay, so in this case also we will see the even number. Okay, instead of checking odd number. Suppose if I keep one point here, for example. Okay, so I kept one point here. See, right side should be even number, not odd number. Odd number for direct root locus. Okay, so even number for complementary root locus. Okay, so see, right side should be even number. How many pole? How many zeros are there? Okay, only 1 0. So odd number. So whatever the point I kept in the real axis, it is not lies in the root locus. Okay, it's clear. Now I will keep somewhere here you can put another point. Okay, check right side should be odd or even numbers. See, I have 1 pole and 1 0. So total 2. So even numbers. Therefore, whatever the point I kept in the real axis, it is lies in the root locus. So it is lies in the root locus. I am drawing here root locus, only single line. I want to draw thick line. This is okay. So this is my root loss. Okay. So again, keep one point here within this real axis. Keep one point here. Check it out. Right side should be even number, but in this case odd number, 2 poles and 1 0. So whatever the point I kept, it is not lies in the real axis. I mean not lies in the root locus. Okay. So this is one I am writing here, complementary root locus. Okay. Again, keep one point here. Check the right side, 0. 0 means what? In this case we have even number. So whatever the point I kept, this one is again the root loci. Okay. So this is complementary root locus. Okay. Now we'll see direct root locus. Okay. So keep one point here. For direct root locus is what? Right side should be odd number. So whatever the point I kept, it is lies in the root locus. This is direct root locus, right? Keep one point here. Right side should be odd number, but in this case even number, 1 pole 1 0. So whatever the point I kept, it is not lies in the root locus. Okay. So there is no root loci here for a direct root locus, I am saying, right? Keep another point here. See, right side should be odd number. So there is a odd number 3, 2 poles and 1 0. So whatever the point I kept, it is, this is thick line I am drawing here, only single line. So it is lies in the root locus. So this is direct root locus. Now this is the difference between complementary root locus and direct root locus. I will again giving the information. See, complementary root locus will discuss even multiples of 180 degrees, right? Whatever the even multiples. Now in this case odd multiples simply. Okay. This is the way of locating poles and zeros in the S-plane. Okay. And the third point, and see here, and the third point is angle of departure and angle of arrival. Okay. So I will say angle of departure and angle of arrival. Okay. So for this problem it is not required here, so I don't want to discuss here. Okay. So we will see in the next class for angle of departure and arrival. Okay. So these 3 points, what are 3 points? Differences between direct root locus and complementary root locus. First one is angle of asymptotes. Okay. That is even multiples of 180 degrees. Okay. And location of poles and zeros and drawing the root locus on the real axis in the S-plane. The rules will be changes. And third one, angle of departure and arrival will also differs. Okay. Remaining all are equal. All the rules will be same as it is as a direct root locus and complementary root locus. Okay. Now we will go to the problem. So here it is given that the transfer function, again I am going to the transfer function. Given g of s is equal to minus k into s minus 1 divided by s into s plus 3. Okay. So for this one we need to find out characteristic equation. It is given by, so find out the characteristic equation. What is that? 1 plus g of s into h of s is equal to 0. So this will call generally characteristic equation. So find out the characteristic equation. 1 plus the value g of s. So I am writing here minus k s minus 1 divided by s into s plus 3, which is equal to 0. Expand this one. 1 minus k s minus 1 divided by s into s plus 3 is equal to 0. Now expand this one. Expand this one. S into s plus 3 minus k into s minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore s into s plus 3 is equal to k into s minus 1. So that can be written as s square plus 3s divided by s minus 1 is equal to k. Okay, now we'll see this one. So finding breakaway and break-in points. Okay, we'll find the breakaway break-in points. So that is dk divided by ds is equal to 0. Okay, so this one k value already we know this one, right? So therefore d by ds of s square plus 3s divided by s minus 1 is equal to 0. Now it is in the form of u by v. Okay, so we need to solve u by v form. So first one is first value is s minus 1 d by ds of s square plus 3s minus 3s s square plus 3s d by ds of s minus 1 whole divided by s minus 1 whole square, which is equating to 0. Okay, now let us see this one. Minimize this one. S minus 1 into derivate this one 2s plus 3, okay, minus s square plus 3s into 1 divided by s minus 1 whole square, which is equating to 0. So this term become a 0. So therefore multiply this to 2s square plus 3s minus 2s minus 3 minus s square plus 3s is equal to 0. Okay, so these two values are get cancelled. Now the final value s square minus 2s minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, now let us find the roots for this one. So I am writing the formula. S is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a in this format. So sorry, minus of minus 2 plus or minus b square means here 4 minus 4 into 1 into minus 3 divided by 2 into 1. So therefore 2 plus or minus under root 4 plus 12 divided by 2. So which is nothing but 2 plus or minus under root 16 divided by 2. So this is becomes 2 plus or minus 4 divided by 2. So what are the two values here? Let us see the two values. If we calculate these two values, so one value will be 2 plus 4 divided by 2, another value will be 2 minus 4 divided by 2. So this one is 6 by 2 and this one will be minus 2 by 2. Therefore one is 3, another is minus 1. Okay, so these are the breakaway and break-in points, 3 and minus 1 we got. Okay, so let us see how we'll find the breakaway break-in points. I'm rewriting the diagram here. Okay, explain. So explain, this is real axis, this is j omega axis, explain. Okay, and 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, so on. Okay, now already we located poles and zeros for given transfer function. So 0 minus 3, and here is a 0 we have, right? This is a, and we are finding here complementary root locus. So this is lies in the root loci, already discussed. Okay, and this is lies in the root locus. Okay, these 2 points lies in the root locus. Okay, so these are the 2 points we received. These are the 2 points we received. Okay, so which is the breakaway point and which one is the break-in point? First of all, we will see root locus always starts at open loop pole with gain k equal to 0. So it is starting here. Okay, I am put the direction. So here also this is a open loop pole with k equal to 0. It is starting here. Okay, so they will move in the opposite direction. Okay, at some point they will break. Okay, so break away point, I can say break away point, already discussed in the last class. Break away point lies within the root locus, and that root locus lies between 2 open loop poles. So here see 2 open loop poles between the root locus is present here. So our breakaway point compulsory lies within this 0 to minus 3 only. That is confirmed, right? So what is the value here? So 0 to minus 3 means 3 is positive, so this is 1 is negative. So this point is the breakaway point. I can say this is the breakaway point. Okay, so these 2 root loci moves together in the opposite direction, and they will breaks here. Okay, so this is root locus, they will breaks here, they are moving like this. Okay, now this is a breakaway point. Now break-in point means break-in point lies within the root locus, and the root locus lies between 2 open loop zeros. But see here, in this case we are finding only at the point 1, only 1 0 we have, and earlier I discussed that there is a poles, 2 poles, and zeros will be 1 for our transfer function, right? So p minus z branches are terminates at infinite, I said. Okay, how many? P minus z, nothing but 2 minus 1, that is 1 branch will be terminate at infinity. So this is a point infinity. I am imagining that there is a 0 present at that infinity, because root locus always starts at open loop pole and terminates at open loop 0, wherever it is. Okay, so for that one, how I will know, sir? I will know actually 0 is exist here. It is known by angle of asymptotes. So we will see angle of asymptotes. Okay, so already given that, suppose 2q into 180 degrees divided by p minus z. So what is that value? Q is how much here? Q is equal to 0 and 1. Okay, so how to find q value? Q is equal to 0 comma 1 comma so on. P minus z, 2 minus 1, so 1 up to value 0 to 1, right? So here 2 into 0 to 180 degrees, 2 minus 1 how much? 0 degrees. Okay, anything multiplied with 0, 0. So 1 is 0 degrees, as you will know. Okay, another one is 2 into 180 degrees divided by 2 minus 1. How much this is? 360 degrees. Okay, 360 and 180. So within this line only, this is, I can write here 0 degrees or 360 degrees, right? Simple. So at the value of 0 degrees or 360, there is a 0 lies. Okay, so root locus want to terminate over there. Okay, so I can say what are the point we got? This is the break in point. Okay, 3 is the break in point in this case. Okay, this is our break in point. I can write here break in point. Okay, so break in point lies in the root locus, and this root locus lies between two open loop zeros. So one is virtual 0 here present, okay, another is 0.10, okay, which is our from our transfer function, right? So I can say these two are moving like this. So the root locus is coming towards like this. One is going here to terminate, another is going to terminate at infinity where there is a 0, right? So this is our root lossy. Okay, so this is our root locus. Okay, now we will check the answer. See here, answer A is taken direct root locus, okay, but due to negative value of k, this is wrong. This is not a direct root locus, right? So and this one, see here, root lossy is, see this is one root lossy and this is one root lossy, okay. So this is also wrong. And see here, so whatever we got exactly located this one, right? So this is the right answer. C is the right answer in this case. Check this one. This is also wrong, okay, and branches of root lossy also wrong here, okay. So this is our right answer, okay. C is the right answer. Thank you.